Good day, freaks. I'm here to give you a read straight from the hip with lots of lip and also to dive into some predictions for 2023, the new year for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, or a loaded ninth house. That would be a stellium, 3 or more planets in that ninth house, or a significant placement like one of the ones that I just mentioned. You may find resonance with these messages. We're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to do a zodiac house reading so we can really hone into each area of life and what 2023 has in store for you. I can tell you that in the pre-shuffle, I had Ace of Pentacles come in for you. So I think that spring is going to be a very important season for you, Sagittarius. Is when you're going to really see a lot of the things that you've been pouring your energy into manifest. It's going to be like a brand new start, brand new beginning. You're really going to have something to feel good about. You know, something solid comes in 2023 in the spring that marks, like, I just got the beginning of a new era for you. Okay, so I feel like you've really overcome some challenges and you're heading in a brand new direction, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good, and we're going to dive into that. I'll do timestamps because I want to shuffle for each house in front of you all. Okay, I like to shuffle on camera. This is going to be a nice lengthy read. I'm gonna, really sink in and give each sign a comprehensive view, but you're first up, of course, Sagittarius, because it's your birthday season, all right? So happy solar return to all the Saggies out there. I hope you're really enjoying your celebrations and the celebrations at this time of year. And I wish you so many blessings in your next trip around the sun. So, I will put in timestamps when the reading actually starts for those that catch the replay and don't want to, deal with going through the whole shuffling process. But I feel it's important to shuffle on camera. That's just me. Okay. Again, collective reading. I bring it up every video. We'll do it for this one too. Collective reading. All right. So that's a lot of different people. A lot of different stories. I just bring through what wants to come through, all right? I just get out of the way and let the messages come in. So engage your intuition, tune into how the energy is speaking to you and how it's relating to you. We will be getting into specific areas of life, so there will be a lot of clarity in that regard. We're also going to do like an overarching theme for 2023, so it'll be fun. Potentially cross-watcher energy can come into the mix. And flip-flop things as you need to, all right, according to gender and all that, all right? I'm just going to deliver the message as it comes in. You apply it as it works for you. And when I call out any of the signs in this read, it will be, of course, for any significant placement. And I just want to say to all of you who are tuning in, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Got a lot of new subscribers at the channel, so it feels really good that people are finding resonance with the messages. And I am so grateful that you're spending your time with me. I know time is valuable, so thank you for coming into my weird little world and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the support for the channel with the subscribes, and hit the notification bell, and that can keep you updated on everything that's coming in. So thank you to all the new subscribers, all of you who've been here with me since the beginning and are going to continue forward with me in 2023. And I welcome those of you who haven't subscribed yet to maybe give me a little holiday love and hit subscribe for me. And stick around. I promise I won't disappoint you. I'll bring a lot of good stuff to the table. Okay, so let's tune in, all right? Let's see what we got for Sagittarius in 2023. We're going to begin with you. I'm going to get all of these cards out on the board, and then we'll dive into the reading, okay? So this is the shuffling portion. Looking at how will Sagittarius be seen in 2023? How will they be feeling? What will they be showing the world? Okay, perfect. Got one card there. All right. All right. How will Sagittarius's money be? How will their assets be in 2023? How will the money piece be for Sagittarius in 2023? Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Let's see here. All right. We'll give some clues. It'll be interesting. We'll do some clarification too. How will communication? Okay, good. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that there. Home. How will the home life be for Sagittarius in 2023? How will the home life be for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars. This one wanted to come out. You're going to take that. Okay. Tell me about the earthly pleasures, the romance, the fun, and also creativity for Sagittarius in 2023. I just thought this would be fun, you know, just kind of get something that gets really specific, looking at these different areas of life, and just get a real general idea of what's coming in. Okay. All right. This is really interesting. All right. Okay. Have a look at your work and your routine in 2023. Working routine for Sagittarius. Okay. All right. Partnerships, love or otherwise. Show me partnerships for Sagittarius in 2023. Whoa. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Show me the dark side for Sagittarius. Oh, I have to laugh with what came out. I mean, I have to show you all this one right off the bat. It's your card, okay? And it's Temperance. So that's really funny that would come out for the 8th house. Okay, 9th house. Show me what travel, expansion, spirituality has in store for Sagittarius in 2023. Show me what travel, expansion, spirituality. Okay. Ooh. All right. All right now. Okay. Show me what PR, career. Oh, that came out really fast. Okay. Oh, I get it. All right. I see how it's going for you all. I'm excited to dive into this for you guys. All right. And how is friends, community matters going to be? Okay. Here. And then finally, show me the karma, the hidden enemies, the evolutionary process of Sagittarius in 2023. What is hidden, the blind spot, the challenging aspects that require them to grow. The subconscious. All right, give me a theme card, please. Theme card for Sagittarius 2023. All right. Okay, this is interesting. Very, very interesting. And we'll probably do some clarification on some of these as well. All right. Coffee and dive on in. So the first thing we're looking at is you. Ooh, and this is really, really a positive way to start out. And it's funny because it's your birthday season and what comes up. But the 9 of Cups, okay, which is all about wish fulfillment. So be mindful of those wishes you're making as you blow out the candles on those birthday cakes, Sagittarius. because what you intend at this time has a lot of power. This represents you, how you're going to be feeling in 2023, and in general, how other people will view you too. It's kind of like your personality and what comes forward. So I think you're going to be in this space where you're going to truly be in your true nature, very gregarious, feeling optimistic, jovial. Sagittarius, when they're feeling good, they just have this very charismatic nature that draws people in. And so I see you really being in this place where, you're working it, you're feeling in your element. You also feel very fulfilled. I see that those things that you're really focusing on, the things that you want to call in, you're going to find, they're manifesting in your life in 2023. You are going to have wish fulfillment. I always have to bring in the cautionary piece when we're looking at the Nine of Cups. And that is, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And so there is that necessity for you to really be mindful as you are heading towards these wishes, heading towards these dreams, these visions you have, that you're really dropping in with yourself and noticing, what that compass rose of your heart has to say about it. Make sure you're really connecting the heart piece when it comes to where you're choosing to focus your energy, where you're choosing to invest. Make sure that it feels like a definite, like, yes for you. And you'll know when you hit that thing where it's your yes. But I see that when you follow that and when you pour your energy into what you want to call into being, your dreams, your visions, those hopes that you have, you are going to find fulfillment. And so this is a really like beautiful, strong way to start out your reading. All right. And then the next one is the bag. It's all about your money. Now, we got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So this shows us right here that we got some kind of challenge to deal with in terms of the finances. Now, what I see this as is there's some type of break from, I want to say almost like an institution in terms of your finances. And I'm getting several different messages with this. So I feel like a lot of you are breaking away from your careers and what you've been doing for a long time to head in a more unconventional direction. And I feel that because the 10 of Pentacles tends to be a very traditional kind of card. It can also have to do with a partnership. So those of you who have been like, you've worked for a corporation for a long time, or you've been in the same job for just years and years, and it's not really fulfilling you. Maybe it gave you a good, stable, steady paycheck, but you kind of reached your ceiling. And I think, you've done well for yourself. I think you did well, but I think you're ready for more growth in terms of your career. You're also ready for more fulfillment in terms of your career. And you have some very unconventional creative ideas that you want to pursue. You're looking for something a little different. You're kind of questioning what you've built for yourself. Maybe what you built for yourself on a career level was based more on what people told you you should do, kind of the guidance that you received from people around you, your parents, authority figures in your life. And maybe you did go a traditional route, maybe you did go and you got the degree and you entered corporate America, or you went and worked for that steady job with the benefits, or whatever it may be, but you're feeling like you need something more. And what I really see this as is like a breaking of a partnership, whether that's between you and a business you've been working for, or you and a particular career path, or if that's you in a business partnership and saying, I'm done with this. I want to go my own way. I want to be an entrepreneur and I have my own individual ideas. And I really want the freedom to like fully explore that and see all that it can be. And because of that, you might feel initially a little rocking of your stability as you leave the security of that partnership or what was previously established. But we already know you're going to have fulfillment, right? You're going to have that gratification you opened up with the Nine of Cups. Like, you got destiny on your side. You have the ability to transform any fate into destiny. So it's all about how you apply yourself. All right. So I really see this coming in reverse. It's like I'm having a complete directional reroute. So a lot of you are going to be choosing to go your own way, be independent. You're not going to want to continue to work for that company. You're not going to want to continue to be in a business partnership. You're really going to want the freedom, I feel, to break from tradition and explore something more unconventional and pour your energy into that. I feel like you have some really innovative, fresh ideas, and it's important for you to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself instead of investing in the corporation's growth, instead of investing in the growth of a partnership where maybe you two are just completely on two separate pages, right? Some of you, I do have to say, there will be some of you who have been in marriages that might be going through a divorce. And because of this, you're feeling it financially as you make this transition, because there is the court proceedings and all the legalities involved in the dividing of assets. All right. And then there also is a piece for some of you coming in that you may be in some kind of battle over an inheritance or the dividing up of an estate. And so it promises to get resolved and that there will be a good outcome to this, but there might be a delay in getting what is rightfully yours, what was left to you. So I feel like there could be some trouble around this, some difficulty around this that you'll deal with. But all in all, it looks like a change in the area of finances that may initially make you feel a little bit unstable, a little bit nervous, but you know you need to go in this direction. You know you need to ride it out, and I feel it's going to turn out really well for you, okay? Just from also what I'm seeing up ahead here. Now, next we have communication. And so this is a beautiful card to get in terms of communication. This is the Three of Cups. So I see that you're going to be having a lot of healing communication in 2023. I think that there's something that you're really going to feel a sense of celebration about, in regard to your ability to heal a rift, where you felt distance from somebody and you've really wanted to get on the same page. Maybe you've had a challenge, and potentially in some cases, going back to that piece about those of you who are in marriages where maybe you're splitting apart, this could also be potential for reconciliation in those kind of situations. This can be a card of reconciliation and celebration. So we can't ignore the potential for this piece coming in. But this is like very beautiful, to have something like the Three of Cups come in the area of communication, because it shows that the communications that you are having, they leave you with a feeling of upliftment. There's also this feeling of building a bridge, getting over it, getting on the same page, the sharing of feelings, the sharing of emotions. I'm just getting that somebody will share their feelings with you, and you'll realize that you had your perception of where they were at all wrong. And this revelation, it gives you something to feel really happy about. It brings together some kind of connection that you've missed in your life, you've missed since you've had the falling out. And there's a beautiful reunion in here for you, but it involves communication. I feel like there's a lot of healing communication that needs to happen. There's a lot to wade through. I think you've been through your own healing process in this. I think you have some things that you want to communicate, that you want to bring forward, that you weren't really ready to bring forward up until now, but you're finally ready. And it was exactly 20 on the clock when I said that. Okay, so this is like coming together in partnership with that two energy. It brings all these gifts with those zeros there are all about gifts from spirit. So I really feel like this is going to be a deep, deep, deep healing for you the communication that comes in is important, and it revolves around a very specific connection. This is like a reunion of a soulmate energy. And when I talk about soulmate, this very much can be a romantic partner, yes, but it can also be a reunion with a part of yourself. This just came in, okay? Maybe you're learning how to communicate with your subconscious. You're learning how to make the subconscious conscious, and this brings a great deal of healing. And then you're also able to communicate something that comes through this healing process and bring it forward as a gift, whether that's through maybe something you write, or some kind of workshop you create, or some kind of public speaking that you do, or even some kind of music you create, like something beautiful comes forward out of this, and it's all through communication. Okay, so there's many different ways you could look at this. This could be an estranged family member and you getting back on the same page, and having a healing communication with each other. And this may have been something that was really weighed heavily on you, but no matter what, there's definitely something to feel happy about and to celebrate in the area of these reunions and these coming to the table and finding new agreements and meeting each other halfway, and the sharing of emotions. So that is very beautiful energy. Now with the home, we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And what I see about this is you may need to have some repairs done on your home. There might be some work that needs to be done around the home. I think there's some things that need attention that haven't been paid attention to for a while. Those of you who live with other people, I think you need to get on the same page. There's something going on in 2023 where it's just a little bit out of sync. I just got like, so you're on different schedules, and so that can be an issue. It can kind of be disruptive in the environment. 22 on the club when I said that. Yeah, so it's like getting on the same page. Again, that two energy, there's really like this partnership energy coming in for you, and it's about cooperation. It's about you working with people to set up new structures, set up new routines that keep things flowing in the house smoothly, where everybody feels like their needs are being met. And this creates more cooperation on the home front. I think there's been, some disruption on the home front just because, so for those of you who live with other people, where you see something one way and they see it another way. For those of you who live alone, this could be with neighbors. Like, this is you working it out with the neighbors, might have something to do. I just got with like fencing, somebody's having a problem with the fencing. Somebody's having a problem with the trees. There's been a little beef between the neighbors. Cars, too many cars like parked out front. You're taking up all my parking space. There's been something like this. So I see that there's something to resolve and work out on the home front. Some of you are going to be doing a little bit of like remodeling around the home. Some of you are going to be putting in pools. And others of you need to get things like your roofing looked at. The structural stuff with your home is a little bit unstable and needs some attention. I got plumbing too. Okay. So this will likely be what's going on at the home front. I see you fixing things up. I see you wanting to put more effort into making your home actually feel like a home, rather than just, some place that you just crash at. You want it to feel more welcoming. You want to revitalize your space. So I see you putting some work and attention into your home in 2023. And then in terms of earthly pleasures and creativity, we have the Nine of Pentacles, but it was in reverse. Okay, so I see that you're really concerned about this money piece. Okay, but with the Nine of Pentacles coming up in reverse, it's telling you like, okay, don't worry about this. If you invest in yourself, you already got the Nine of Cups, you're going to have this wish fulfillment. And I already know from what I see up ahead that, it's going to turn out well for you if you follow your impulses and you strike out on your own and you pursue the innovative ideas you have around your career and you break from the pack. This is like exactly what you need to do. But I think you're going to be very worried about your finances because you're so used to just having the stability and the structure of what you used to work within. So it's going to feel risky to you. And because of that, I see you really just like working so hard, like nose to the grindstone, almost out of balance, to the extent that, look, it's great to focus on building the stability for yourself. And it's wonderful to put your time and your energy into building this new future for yourself, this new career path for yourself, your own business, whatever this pursuit is that revolves around your finances. But you need to remember to stop and like smell the roses. That's what this Nine of Pentacles in reverse is telling me. It's also telling me that as you start to see progress in these business pursuits, make sure that you're not losing the essence of the inspiration and the enthusiasm that got you started in the first place. So what I mean by that is, don't go and like say, well, I could probably have more growth if I do XYZ, because that's what this mastermind class says, or that's what this business expert says, or whatever. This is the formulaic way you do things. No, 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 no. Drop that. Don't lose the spirit, that innovative spirit that caused you to strike out in this direction in the first place. You need to continue to trust that. And you also don't want to lose that spirit, so if you're too serious, you're going to lose the enthusiasm of your initial inspiration. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're taking time to enjoy yourself. It's okay, take a day off now and then. you know get off early, mark out time for you to go and have some fun and just enjoy yourself, and have time to just kick up your heels, let your hair down, just enjoy the fruits of your labor, because you're working so hard to build a life for yourself, right? Well, you want to be able to live it. You want to be able to live it, not chained to your work. If you create kind of a reality for yourself where you're chained to your work because you're still stuck in that old format of that company you worked for, or the business partnership you were in, then what's going to happen is you're going to end up resenting your work. And then it's not going to do what it could do. It's not going to grow in the way that it has the potential to grow, because you're limiting it by putting this negative energy on it and turning it into this very very like kind of drudgery, sort of zone, where it's no longer this creative process of growth and evolution. Like, when you're really doing what you want to do, what you're inspired to do, and you're following your creative visions and your ideas, and you're generating abundance in your life in that way, you don't want to get to the point where it ever becomes more important about the status symbols or the numbers, as far as like how many people are following you, or tuning into what you're doing, and when you're building anything, it takes a lot of grunt work, right? So those things aren't always going to be forthcoming. And when you don't see that like instant gratification, because this can come in with the Nine of Cups, so we have to factor in the U card, all right? When you don't see that instant gratification, like something doesn't take off right away, you may go into that kind of scarcity mindset where you're like, oh, I need to work harder, I need to do more, I need to change this, I need to change that, I need to do what this business expert says I should do. And that's when you're going to lose the map. All right, so understand the ebbs and flows as you're bringing this into being. And part of you maintaining connection to your enthusiasm is to maintain your vitality. It was 29:29 on the clock when I said that, so that's 11:11. All right, to come into alignment, you need to remember the things that make you feel alive, that give you energy, that give you vitality, because if you don't have energy, you can't make anything happen. And if you're working yourself into the ground, burning the candle at both ends, you're going to burn out, and then you're going to resent your work, and you're going to lose your vision. Okay. So make sure you're taking time out to play. Mark out time for yourself. Go have some fun, and enjoy yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Even if that's just taking the day off to go around, and just lay around the house and lounge and chill out, Netflix binge or whatever, Do what makes you feel good. And I also feel like with that nine of pentacles in reverse, it's also about making sure that you're giving yourself self-care. And in particular, I'm getting this piece that pampering is something that would be really nice for you. Like treat yourself to a massage, go ahead, go out and get your hair done, get the nails done, uh, give to yourself in this way too by letting yourself receive, so it's not always like you putting this energy out. You let some of that come in, you'll find that things really balance out in a wonderful way. Now, what we got in the next sector here is around work and routine. And it's nice because we see you got six of pentacles. Okay. So we know that what you put out will be returned to you. So this is a clear sign that yes, heading in the career direction that you want to head into will bring about reciprocation. You're going to see results for your efforts. Six of Pentacles is like, it's the ebb and flow, it's one hand feeding the other, it's this wonderful reciprocal energy. So it definitely promises a return for your investment. It also shows that there is help along the way. There is help to make the load lighter. There's opportunities, there's networking opportunities. There's assistance that comes along the way too that helps facilitate and support the next direction you're heading in. In some cases, some of you may be doing some crowdfunding for those of you that are launching certain things that require a big financial investment that you currently don't have. You might be doing like Kickstarter campaigns. You might be moving in this direction. You might be looking for some kind of affiliate program. You actually might get an offer. Somebody might want to sponsor what you're creating. And again, it's going to be up to you to really like pay attention to these opportunities and ask yourself, is it in alignment with my vision? Is this what I want? I do see something beneficial coming through though. I think where you're needing money to kind of like take your vision to the next level, it will come in and you'll be supported in that way. So it looks really good. I also see you're going to be bringing your daily routine more into balance as well, where you have been kind of the one to take care of everything on your own. And again, we're going back to that piece. If you live with other people, I think you're going to start saying like, hey, I need you to like kind of pick up your share here. I don't want to do the dishes all the time. Sometimes I'm tired too. I work all day too. I want to be able to rest too. Maybe you can cook dinner, maybe you can take out the garbage, or maybe you can go and do the grocery shopping, or maybe you can watch the baby tonight so I can go out and have some fun, with my friends, whatever it may be. I feel like you're really going to be bringing this into a state of balance too. And especially in terms of where you were in some kind of business arrangements where, you're partnering on something. Again, I feel like a lot of you are moving out of business partnerships and you're more heading in your own direction, but that doesn't mean that you won't still partner with people in terms of networking, cross promotional things. I think that you're going to have really good opportunities coming forward for this, and you're going to build a real supportive network, and a lot of positive growth and PR comes from this. Okay. And then it's great because what do we see come in here? We see partnerships comes in, and partnerships is Eight of Pentacles. So there's going to be growth in the area of your partnerships. Now, when we're talking partnerships, the seventh house is Libra's house. So we are looking first and foremost at areas such as marriage, serious love relationships, commitment. Okay. And this is a really good sign. Okay. Eight of Pentacles shows that you have somebody's coming in for you, and it's the real deal. You're both in it to win it. You're mutually invested in the growth of this relationship. I see you entering a serious commitment if you're not in one already. If you're already in a love relationship, you're going to be taking that fully to the next level. Okay, fully to the next level. You'll be taking the next step. Those of you who have been considering moving in with each other, you are definitely going to be taking that next step. Some of you will tie the knot. Okay, so this is definitely this energy of building something, growing something. But it's interesting for those of you that are entering into these new committed partnerships. There is this piece just with what came up earlier, that you had to walk away from something in order to have this opportunity with this person and this relationship that's coming in. So try to find some solace with this if you are somebody who has been going through a separation, or you had a breaking up of your relationship or your marriage in 2022, that there's something on the other side of this, that makes up for it. Somebody who really matches your energy, they feel like you see each other, it's an even playing field, and you're both wanting the same thing. You're both invested in growing this relationship. And I can't help but notice this particular Eight of Pentacles card. It really has this like creative slant to it, and there often can be this creative energy that comes in with this card as well. So I don't feel like this will just be partnership. I feel like this will be an partnership. You both may be creative types. You may be two creative people coming together. Maybe you also create together. Maybe this is how you first link up with each other, is through some kind of creative project. So these are all little clues, and each piece will speak to somebody different. You're not all going to come together in the same way, right? But this is somebody's message. I am getting this piece that some of you are creative types. Somebody in the connection definitely does some kind of art, and or making music. They may be a painter, this coming in, or a performer of some type, a dancer. Okay, so I'm really just seeing this, that a lot of you are creative types that are coming together, and your coming together actually produces more creativity. Like, you create something together too. You inspire each other on this level. And then there's the piece for those of you that are single, and you have no desire to be in a relationship. Oh, what? you know, I think a lot of people can't even fathom that, right? People think you have to be with somebody. It's not always the case. And I mean, Sagittarius, they know how to be an individual and do their own thing. So some of you may have been just getting out of a really serious connection. Maybe you're with that person for years, and you're kind of like, you know what? I really just want to enjoy my freedom for a while. I just want to do my own thing. And, that turnaround in the home could have been about, like, okay, I've been living with others, and now I'm restructuring things. I'm learning how to be, independent, living on my own again, and enjoying that and adjusting to that at the same time too. It's an adjustment if you've been in a partnership for a long time and then you like move to being single. But some of you, that's where it's at for you. You're going to be like, no, I just want to be single. I want to enjoy my own company. I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it, without having to worry about, somebody else's needs or how they're feeling about it. You're feeling like this is a breath of fresh air, and freeing up the energy from the pursuit of that actually allows you to pour more energy into your creativity. I'm really picking up strongly that you all are creative types. A lot of you are creative types. I think I have a lot of creative types who tune in here to BroadCoven. I feel that. So I definitely see you pouring your energy into a creative project. This could be, putting together an album, this could be writing a novel. This could be making a film. There's no limit to how this could come about. It could be your first gallery showing, and putting together a body of work. But I see you like really investing your energy in this, and it's almost like that muse energy, like The muse will be your partner, and that's what will really come forward and grow for you. And this piece still applies even for those that, are seeking romantic connection, are ready for that other person to come in. They're ready to connect with their soulmate. Um, you can have it all, right? You can have the creativity and you can have the soulmate. So all of these pieces coming in, this is a really, really wonderful, wonderful card to get in that position because it shows a very healthy, balanced dynamic. Now, what was so interesting is your next section is all about sex, occult, death, transformation. It's the house of Scorpio, and you came up here and you are coming up as temperance. This is beautiful energy to have in 2023. I just want to start right off the bat and just say congratulations to those of you who walked away from any kind of addiction, and found balance with that. Those of you who gave up drinking, those of you who gave up using, those of you who decided to do the work and not engage in codependent dynamics anymore, that you decided, I'm not going to, we have to look at this too, with you, again, with the 9 of Cups. Okay. This can also be, overindulgence in food. It can be overindulgence in hookups, just going out, hooking up with people for the sake of hooking up, having casual sex, but not really feeling gratified by it to the point where it began to feel like I'm not feeling good about this anymore. This is you transforming the shadow. This is you really stepping into the place of alchemist in 2023 and overcoming these challenges and finding the balance. And speaking of alchemy, I have to speak to this, okay? Especially with it being in the house of Scorpio. There are some of you who have been on a path of alchemy, magically. And maybe in the past, you used to kind of toy around with things. You used to kind of act out more of your shadow in your workings or the way you walked your path. Maybe you, kind of took it to a dark place at times and got very, very motivated by your shadow. Maybe you did things like hex work. Maybe you did more kind of controlling type of work. And instead of focusing on using the power you were building to evolve personally, you used it to try to control situations or to exact revenge on others. This is not everybody, but this is coming through for some. And I feel like you've been through some kind of process within yourself, growth process within yourself, where you've transformed this behavior and you've brought this into balance. This is you coming into a place of balance. And it's a really beautiful thing. And I feel like it's because you went through your own kind of death process, like your own kind of spiritual death process. You had to let go of a lot of things too. And some of these things were letting go of things like foolish pride or letting go of ego or letting go of just unhealthy coping mechanisms and ways that you were moving through situations. And it really transforms everything. It's very, very beautiful energy. Now, travel, expansion, spirituality, we got the Knight of Cups. Okay. So what I see this as is you're going to be doing like a lot of like love jaunts, some of you may be going off on, your honeymoon. Some of you will link up with the soulmate. And like I said, you could head down the aisle. Okay. So this is there for sure. But I do feel like you're going to get out in the world. You're going to be traveling, having fun, exploring with somebody. And you're really going to enjoy yourself. I also see you going on some pleasure trips, and just wanting to get out in the world, experience different things, experience different cultures. Some of you may even be interested in visiting specific like spiritual sites, like wanting to go and see the ruins, wanting to go and check out the pyramids, things of this nature. You're really in this exploratory phase, and I also feel like you're experimenting with different spiritual paths too, different philosophies, things that um, you're not familiar with. You're sort of broadening your perspective, you're opening your mind, and you're having a lot of mind expanding experiences. And also I see like a lot of like I see a lot of like love trips, like going away for romantic weekends with this person that you're going to be connecting with, and having a lot of fun, a lot of stuff by the water. I feel like you're going to do a lot of stuff by the water. Um, and Yeah, that's interesting. May even be doing some real like travel over water as well. I got Norway came in, so that's a very interesting piece to come in. Somebody's always wanted to go to Norway. They've never been to Norway. They're planning a trip. Some of you will be planning cruises, Norwegian cruises. Okay, that came through. So maybe might not even be in Norway, might be on Norwegian cruises, might have like some side trips on offer or something. I don't know. It's a very interesting piece to come in, but I do feel like there's like 46:46 on the clock. Okay. 10:10. All right. There's some kind of like love connection linked with this, though. There's some kind of soulmate connection. I feel like you're going to connect with somebody important on a trip, and it's going to be like this life changing connection. So that's a really cool piece coming in. And then the next area we have is like PR, career, your image, your brand. It's like how the public perceives you. And this is awesome because it ties right into that temperance piece that came in. Okay. You got the devil in reverse. So this is awesome. Maybe you feel like you're kind of like your image or how people perceived you, your reputation, like your social reputation, your social standing. Maybe you feel like it took a little bit of a blow. Um, Maybe this is something you've struggled with about a little bit about. You felt a little insecure about that. Some of you, you had kind of public like falls. You maybe you were struggling with an addiction or some kind of behavior, or were embroiled in some kind of drama or something that, or possibly somebody was slandering you. You know, I think it had a lot to do with people you were linked up with, to be honest with you, because I noticed this devil, there's like masked masked woman in this piece, money is in this piece. So there could have been something where, there was this connection, maybe people you were doing business with. It's kind of like guilt by association kind of thing. But I feel like there was something here where you really wanted to revamp the way people saw you. And it had a lot to do with like cleaning up your image, some cases damage control, and in some cases, it's just where you were at. You were struggling with some kind of addiction or some kind of unhealthy behavior in your life. And unfortunately, it kind of got put on blast, and maybe somebody was, running too much and, at the mouth, or they were gossiping or spreading around your personal business, your personal struggles. And there was some cleanup work around this, but I do see that people's image of you will really transform in 2023. They're going to see how hard you work to turn things around, and it's actually going to get you a lot of positive support coming in from your community. So this is a really, really positive sign here. And speaking of community, this area is friends and community. Okay. And I feel like this is with the 10 of Wands. This is kind of what you're coming into 2023 with, is just a sense of burden. You have this weight of everybody's expectations and opinions on you. You're carrying this load, this weight of what others have put on you. And it's sort of like you need to ditch it, man, so you can put your energy into what you want to grow. And I feel like the more that you just cast off what other people are saying, how they perceive you, or what they think you should do, or who they think you are, and you just really take charge of your life and pour your energy into your growth, what you want to grow, what you value, that's what's going to make the difference for you. Okay. And in areas where you wanted to see something grow with a friend, with a community, and maybe you just didn't pour the energy into it for whatever reason, you felt too burdened, you felt it was too overwhelming to even begin this effort, to pull things together with this friend, with this community, and involve yourself. I think you're going to choose to really put this shit down and say, okay, I want to connect. I want to grow this. I want to start putting energy into the friendships that are meaningful to me. I want to start getting back out into the community, investing my energy there. So I see there's going to be some effort put forward in this area. Okay. And then the final one we have here is karma, hidden enemies, and evolution. Okay. And so what I see here is that there's probably some karmic cleanup to do with an earth sign. And this would be an earth sign that you feel is a little bit immature. And you may have the tendency to want to school this person. Okay, so this would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. I feel like there's a communication block in this situation because pages often represent some kind of communication, some kind of news coming forward. You may also hear some news about this individual and it's troubling for you. In some cases, this could be around a child. I'm getting particularly around something that happens at school or around their education, something troubles you. Some of you, it might be worries about the financial piece, like providing for your child's education. But I do feel like there's something that is it's on your mind here, right? I do pick up primarily, though, for a lot of you, it's somebody that you dealt with, somebody that you're connected with, um, that you didn't realize was working against you. You thought this person was a friend. You also feel like they showed you a side of themselves that you were not familiar with. You saw a certain level of like immaturity, or I'm almost getting like kind of pettiness come forward, and you feel like you need to deal with this and speak to this. This is something that you're going to be mulling over in 2023. There's some karmic cleanup around this situation. And I also see that you have this desire to see this person kind of like, could you grow up? Because it's like the house of evolution. Pisces house is the house of evolution. You might want to see growth with this person. Maybe you would like to reestablish some kind of connection, some kind of friendship, but you feel like things are a bit stuck. So I feel like this is going to be something that's going to be karmic carryover for you into 2023 that you're going to be waiting for. And then your theme for 2023 is the King of Cups in reverse. Okay. So the King of Cups in reverse is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And I have to say, when it's in reverse, it's about emotional manipulation. Okay. So you may feel like you're dealing with somebody in 2023 that is very emotionally manipulative. I'm getting this could be a father figure. This is coming through really strongly. And maybe there's something that you need to resolve. This is kind of like the big healing work that you have to do, is kind of, set the record straight with this person and have what could potentially be an emotional discussion. But I see you kind of freeing yourself from the manipulation of this individual. I also see that there's a need to focus on keeping your heart open. Okay. Keeping your heart open and be mindful as you enter into, because it looks like you got, a serious relationship coming your way, or an up leveling in a relationship coming your way. There's this need that as you enter this relationship to pay attention to the ways that you might manipulate, or you might try to appeal to the person's emotions because you have a fear of abandonment because of your past experiences. So there's this need to really be authentic, really be true, and express yourself from the heart. keep yourself open. Do what you can to keep this space, this heart space open. Notice when you're starting to shut down and contract, and those might be good times to kind of give yourself a little space to drop in and see what you're feeling, because there's so much good that wants to come in for you, but it feels like the only thing that can really block you is if you block your heart. All right, you need to keep your heart open in order to be able to receive the blessings that want to come in for you, because the heart center, it's all about receptivity. So if you're shut down in your heart, if you're blocking your heart, then you're blocking also the flow of material abundance in your life, not just emotional abundance and abundance in terms of your ability to connect with others in a loving, deep, authentic way. But you also block your material abundance and your manifestations and your connection to spirits. Like, just don't go there. Okay. Don't go there. Keep your heart open. It's so important. I do see you went through some challenges last year, but beautiful things are coming in. I want to get one super awesome future card for you to just see another theme coming in. Yeah, look at this, the sun. Okay. You got so much happiness coming in. So I really feel like it's just shaking off the old energy and all the challenges that you had to rise up out of, and trusting that things can be different. And yes, yeah, more work to do, right? Obviously, nothing's going to ever be in this beautiful utopia state. Life is a creative process, and there's hills and there's valleys in that journey, but I see you getting to this place where you have success. You're stepping out to the other side. 56 on the clock. When I said that, okay, 1111 energy coming into alignment, first within yourself and then with another in partnership. And there's going to be a lot to celebrate, a lot to celebrate. Just keep following your heart and keep that heart open. It will guide you in your next steps. Don't lose connection with what gives you joy. Make sure you're focusing on your self-care and you're taking time to enjoy the pleasures of life. All work and no play will make Sag a dull one, okay? And you don't need that. You're meant to be your charismatic, gregarious self, and just let your light shine into the world and enjoy all that comes forward and back to you as a result of that, really being in your element, letting yourself shine. I feel big glow up energy and a lot of happiness. You all may move too. You may relocate. I see that this is kind of front and center too. You may be wondering if a move would make you happy. And I have to say, I think you could have a really positive experience with that. You get to this place and it's the thing that turns everything around. I'm almost getting directional reroute, like geographical cure energy. It was 5808 on the clock when I said that. 808, this change moves you into the 808 energy, which I found out from doing some research. 808 is an angel number that's all about being like on the right track. So if you've been thinking of making a major move, yes, okay, yes, you won't regret it. It leads to a lot of happiness, but you're getting to the other side of what's been a long, dark passage and some pretty heavy changes you had to go through, acknowledging the shadow in yourself. And now you're seeing the light that's breaking on through, and there's so much goodness up ahead for you. So sounds really positive for you, Saji. And again, happy solar return. Looks like so many good things on deck, so much opportunity for healing and transformation. Enjoy it all. Bask in that glow.